Now in our 6th year, this is GabNet, the Great American Broadcast Network. Talk like you've never heard it before.
Hey, I don't know what I was singing there. I'm Alex. This is the Ramble. We go until midnight tonight here on the East Coast of the United States. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, in a prone position.
A prone position. This is Will Durst's head. You're interviewing Will Durst's head.
Yeah, Will Durst's head. And what you mentioned to me before we started this that while you're there, they may have to come and change your diaper.
Yeah.
Now you don't
let her freak out.
You don't need to use the diaper because you're incontinent, but because you can't get out of bed, right?
Right.
Yeah. So I kind of think that might be fun. All my life I've had to find a bathroom. I've had to excuse myself to go to the bathroom. It'd just be great to just pee in your pants.
Problem is the diaper leaks.
Oh, okay. Well, so much for my idea of a good time.
Yeah.
So anyway, where are we in the rehabilitation of Will Durst?
Left leg is getting stronger, starting to be weight bearing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. How about the hand?
Left arm can move.
Mm-hmm.
Left hand can do certain things, not other things.
Yeah. So it's starting to all the work it's starting to work, right?
Yeah, it's all coming together.
Now, if you didn't do any of the exercises or any of the stuff they have you to do, would it come back anyway, kind of, to a certain extent?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody knows. Everybody's different.
But they don't want to see if, they don't want to take a chance that,
I don't want to take a chance.
Right.
What am I going to do? Lie in bed for another 3 months?
Yeah. In case people don't know, let's get them up to date. You were very inconsiderate about a year ago and had a stroke.
I had a stroke?
And, we wondered what part of you was going to be gone. And so it was your leg and your arm. But your brain is still going pretty damn good.
Well, you might get arguments on that.
Well, so, you have been our political go-to guy. Right?
I have been lucky.
Yeah. But a lot of things have happened since we talked to you last. Did we talk to you last after the insurrection at the Capitol? I don't think so.
I don't think we have.
How did you're lying there in bed, right? All you've got to do all day is watch,
I was watching it, yeah.
Yeah. So what was going through your mind when you watched it going on?
A typical Trump production. It was underthought and no follow through.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, they made a big mess. They made a big noise. They tried to kill some people if they could, but they couldn't find them. It's kind of the gang who couldn't shoot straight. Am I right about that?
Yeah, the little coup that couldn't.
The little coup that couldn't. Yeah. I think I can. Nope. I can't. That's amazing, isn't it? What a piece of crap that whole thing was. And I mean, did you think ever in your lifetime you would see an attempt to overthrow our government?
Not by this preening narcissist.
I mean, there are movies like Fail Safe and Red Dawn and all these movies that supposed about it, but this was no movie. This was the real deal,
And it turned out to be incredibly easy.
Yeah.
You just overwhelmed the police force, with numbers, with bodies.
Right. So, I mean, but I mean, just looking at the nuttiness of it. For instance, the guy with the buffalo horns.
For no apparent reason.
What morning did he wake up and decide that was a good fashion statement?
That's a good look for me.
Huh?
Yeah, that's a good look for me.
That'd be good for you. That'd be good for you. You could go get the horns.
No, that's what he said when he saw himself in the mirror.
Yeah, yeah. Oh boy,
My favorite was the lady who stole Nancy Pelosi's notebook and wanted to sell it to the Russians.
Yeah, like the Russians care what Nancy Pelosi wrote in her notebook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How to feed mom.
Yeah. Yeah. There's this. Have you heard about this woman, Lauren Boebert?
No, but I know about Lauren Bobbitt.
Bobbitt? No, it's not Bobbitt. What are you talking about?
I know it's over. Yeah, you
know,
remember Lauren Bobbitt?
Yeah, Lorraine Bobbitt. That was Lorraine Bobbitt. That wasn't Lauren. That was Lorraine Bobbitt. The peony cutter offer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
yeah, but is a congresswoman, isn't she?
Yeah, she's a congresswoman. Looks like she's the one that was leading people around the Capitol the day beforehand. And she's a real piece of work. She hangs out with militias, okay? She hangs out with militias, and she owns a restaurant called Shooters, in which all the waiters and waitresses wear sidearms.
Is that legal?
I guess.
In Colorado, huh?
Yeah, in Colorado, it's probably essential, you know. But I mean, yeah, that was the whole thing they did, you know. And she brings a gun to the Capitol, right?
Every day.
Yeah, supposedly.
How'd she get around the metal detectors?
I guess she says, "I have my own gun. Here it is." She probably. I imagine. If you bring a gun in, you're a congressman, and you say, you know, I have a First Amendment right to this and so on, you can probably get it through. You know, it's just you and I couldn't.
What if we said we were congressmen?
What if we said we were fucking morons like she is? Do they accept fucking moron as an excuse? Oops, there goes Durst's phone. Will, did we lose you? Will? There's no picture. There's no nothing. Oh, Will. Well, what happened? Let's see here. Let me see here. No, we lost him. Damn. This is not good. Well, I could stop. Let's see here. What are we going to do? I'll put this on pause for a second, and we'll see if we get him back. Okay, so I put us on pause because he had some problems with his phone. You know, isn't technology wonderful? Big smile. Anyway, so I don't know about guns in the Capitol. She just wants her guns. She loves her guns. And she hangs out with militias and so on.
What did the guy who was carrying around the lectern? He thought he could walk away with the lectern?
Yeah, I think so.
Was he just going to put it in the trunk of his car?
I guess he was going to.
In front of the police?
Yeah, man, who knows why they do any of this? These people were nuts, all right? You know, they were crazy, but their intent was insurrection.
Most of them were arrested because of selfies they posted.
Oh, yeah. That was the other part of the stupidity. Hey, let's take some videos and selfies and, you know, let's show all the terrible things we're doing. Here I am sitting in Nancy Pelosi's desk with my feet up on the desk. It just, you know, they may as well have gone around with a shirt. They didn't say, you know, Trump on it. It should have just said, bust me. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, you've got your finger, I think, over your microphone. I think you've got your finger over your microphone. You're kind of muffled.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and now we need your face in the picture. There we go.
Right.
See, you got to realize, folks, that what we're doing here is not the best science of all, because he's in bed with one hand that doesn't work well, and we're trying to operate an iPhone here and do this, you know. But remember, they got pictures from the moon, okay? Just remember that. Anyway,
69.
what?
That was in 1969.
Yeah, yeah. God, that was a long time ago.
That was 51 years ago.
You know, when they say that, it really makes me feel old. You know? When
51 years? Yeah, throwing numbers like that around. Yeah.
well, I realize, you know, there was a picture of you and I taken at the Phoenix motel or hotel.
Oh,
Yeah.
what are the New Eve parties?
One of the New Year's Eve parties, yeah. And I couldn't figure out who the woman was sitting next to me, and then it turned out it was my ex-girlfriend, Xanthi. But she somehow looked different. She was all made up and everything, and she just, you know, I said, who's that hot woman sitting next to me? And then I realized it was my girlfriend. You know, but it was that long ago. What year was that picture?
Oh, geez, I don't know. That was 84, 85.
Yeah. And how many years ago was that then?
35.
35 years ago. I'm going, what? You know, it's like Marlon Brando said he didn't want to die, and his last dying words be, what the fuck was that all about? You know, but I'm beginning to kind of ask that question, because it just, it went by slow.
I think those are great dying words.
What?
I think those are great last words.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, well, what the fuck was that all about? I'm gonna think that when I'm dying.
Yeah.
What was it meant to be?
Yeah, what was the journey for?
Yeah, exactly. So you know, but as
Are we supposed to, collect jewels on the journey?
what did you say?
Are we supposed to collect jewels along the journey?
Jewels along the journey? Yeah, but
yeah, like on a video game?
Yeah, okay, so you collect them all, and then you drop dead. What are you going to do with them?
I don't know. Maybe you get a cushier seat in heaven.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this, you know, because I have a great fear of death, okay? And I know I can ask you this question without you being upset with me. You had a near-death experience, all right? The stroke, I think, was a near-death experience, wasn't it? Or did you feel you were going to die? Were you worried about dying at that moment?
No, but I was later on when they put me on a ventilator.
Oh, okay. All right. All right.
I had a brain infection, so yeah.
Yeah. So you had a near-death experience. How did you have you ever had a fear of death, or are you just complacent about it?
Near-death experience.
Yeah.
Nah, it's just I had a near-death experience when I took acid one time.
Well, so did we all. Come on.
Yeah.
That's what acid was about, was having that near-death experience.
Yeah.
So anyway, my question is, did you watch the inauguration then, right?
Another near-death experience.
No. What do you mean?
Oh, I thought that's where you were going.
No, that's not where I was going. I thought it was pretty uplifting. I thought he did a really nice job of it.
His speech was exactly what America needed.
Yeah.
Someone bringing us together.
Yeah.
I think Uncle Joe is going to be a perfect vegetarian dinner after the all-you-can-eat red meat buffet of Donald Trump.
Oh man. Yeah, well, I mean, I just, I looked at a picture of the White House. They had it, they were always taking pictures of the White House. And the day afterwards, the day of the inauguration, somehow the White House looked cleaner. Didn't it look cleaner?
I heard they played "Hit the Road, Jack"
Really?
when Trump was leaving. Yeah,
Who did? The people in the White House?
yeah, the White House staffers.
Oh boy. Well, that's over with.
Remember when Bush left?
Yeah.
The mall was full of people singing "Na na na na, hey hey, goodbye." So I think that's why Trump didn't make a big deal out of leaving. He didn't want. He remembered that.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it was. I thought the speech he gave was short and brief and good, and to the point, and cleansing, and I felt that Lady Gaga looked like a tomato.
I think that was the point. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know why she decided to. Well, let's give her credit. She went with a non-meat outfit. Okay.
Yeah.
So.
A vegetarian outfit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. Was that do you think that was proper of her to show up that way? I mean, she sang great. I mean, she did a great job of the Star Spangled Banner, and she didn't oversing it or anything like that.
No, she didn't do trills or.
Yeah, at the very end, she did a little, But outside of that, she was fine. But then my wife is sitting here going, "What's with that red tomato thing she's got on?"
She's always been fashion forward.
She's always been fashion forward. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe next month, everybody will be wearing tomatoes.
Yeah, well, but I mean, the fashion forward for her was a T-bone as opposed to a flank, So. But anyway, so what do you think? To begin with, you got your COVID shot.
Got my COVID shot. Still wearing my Band-Aid.
Yeah. Did you get Pfizer or Moderna?
Pfizer. I think I got Pfizer because they said 21 days we'll give you another one.
Yeah. Well, good. I'm glad that they're attending to you that way.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you got it.
My wife got hers too.
Oh, really?
She had in line, but she got hers.
I have to wait. I had from the date I got it. I have to wait about 5.5 weeks because that was the first date they had available.
Oh, for the second one?
For the second shot.
We have to stand in line out in the cold.
Well, we did for this one. Yeah. And I'm sitting there going, old people are getting these things. Do you really want them standing out in the cold? In fact, the woman who was checking the line to see if everybody's in the right place and whatever from the inside came by, and I said, "What are the chances we're going to die of pneumonia before COVID?" I mean, we were sitting out there. Marjorie, she has a bad back, and it kind of went out from standing up for 2 hours.
Yeah, that can happen. My back went out.
Yeah.
Once watching Debbie perform.
Yeah, right. But no, but you know what I'm saying. It just there was something very wrong about treating us that way, right?
Well, that's New York, man.
Yeah, I guess. It just and then the fact that I have to wait 5.5 weeks instead of the 4 weeks, but they now say the CDC says you can go 6 weeks, and they're probably saying 6 weeks because they know some people are going to do 7 or 8, so they've upped the guidance on those. Both of them, Moderna and Pfizer, you can go 6 weeks, and now they're pretty sure everything's fine with that.
Oh, I see. You're worried about the efficacy if you wait too long.
Yeah, right. But in England, they're waiting for 12 weeks.
3 months?
Yeah, because their theory is this: it'll still be good after you get the second shot after 3 months, but, and this is the big but, in the meantime, we got all the stuff we can put in people's arms that isn't being used for that second dose. So by stalling the second dose, they're giving more shots for the first dose. And they feel that it's important to do that. What?
That makes sense.
Yeah. Well, I don't.
Because people are only worried about getting the shot. Not
Mhm.
everybody's worried about the whole regime.
Well, the
Oh,
first shot though only gives you, I think in your case, Pfizer is like 72%, Moderna is 50%. Now, what does that mean? Does that mean I have a 50% chance of getting it, or if I get it, it's only going to be 50% as bad? I mean, what does that percentage mean?
they don't know.
Yeah, they don't know anything. They're
They
just
don't know nothing.
they're just sticking this thing in our arm and hoping it works.
They're pulling shit out of their ass.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't work. I'm not saying I'm not going to get the shot, but I would like to know the trouble I'm going to standing in line for 2 hours. It's going to work, you know.
The fact that this thing has been around for over a year now,
Yeah.
maybe they should know a little more.
Well, yeah, it's amazing how little they know, you know.
They don't know if once you have it, if you're immune or for how long. They don't know either one of those.
Right?
They don't know how long the shots work for.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, they don't know nothing.
They don't know diddly. But they do know that it works, but they just don't know how long. It could be it's only good for 3 months and then you're going to get COVID again.
We don't even know how much we don't know.
Yes. We don't. You're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. So how do you think Biden's going to do? You feel good about him?
Uh, I just read something that was exhorting him not to make the mistake of Obama.
Which is what?
Be competent, but quiet about it.
Okay. It's well, but Obama was quiet about it, right?
Yeah.
Well, what you're saying is that was a problem that he was quiet about it, that he should have boasted
Yeah.
about everything he did
Trump was able to say he didn't do nothing.
because he never told you he was doing stuff.
Right. He never waved it in front of you.
Yeah, yeah. So who knows?
So, yeah, I think Biden needs to be a little more self-congratulatory.
Yeah.
Not as much as the last guy.
Well, I think maybe what you're saying is he needs to handle his PR well.
Right.
He what somebody said today, and I was watching a show, The Circus, which is on Showtime, and they had on what's his name? I'm trying to remember the writer's name, but anyway, he said that all he has to do is get this virus under control, get those shots into arms, and start the herd immunity, and he will be looked at as one of the greatest presidents ever. I mean, that alone will just give him a pass to do anything else he wants to do,
including re-election if he wants it.
including re-election. But do you think he'd rerun? I mean, come on, he's going to be what, 82 if he reran?
Yeah, he's 78 now.
Yeah, I think he's a one-term president, if you want my opinion. I mean,
And then Kamala.
and Kamala, yeah. Gee, wouldn't it be fun if Kamala was president? Then we could refer to her administration as Camelot. You get it? I'm stretching on that one, huh?
Yeah, then Willie Brown is the boy who pulled the sword from the stone.
Yeah, yeah. They used to go together, right? She and Willie Brown.
Yeah, he was her mentor.
Her mentor. Wink, wink, nod, nod. There was a little more than that, wasn't there?
Yeah, I think the relationship was a little more personal.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
He won't admit anything though.
yeah, but he must be proud of her, you know.
Good politician.
Huh?
I think she's a good
I
politician.
think she's a great politician. I think she's smart. I think she's good, and I think if he dropped dead tomorrow, she'd make a decent president. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's all we want out of the vice president. They're standing by in case of death. That's really what it's all about. You know.
And they should have a lot of nice black suits for, international funerals.
Hey, I just noticed we've run out of time here.
Oh no!
Yes.
Well,
So now when I hit the
thanks,
stop,
buddy. Great to see ya.
yeah, and let's do this again. Stay where you are. I'll talk to you after we're through here. But ladies and gentlemen, that is the recuperating. God, we hurry up and recuperate all the way.
I will.
Yeah, it's Will Durst, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm gonna get my leg.
They
You
didn't-
watch.
they didn't-
I'll be walking soon.
C'est Gabnet, la grande broadcast network ricain. Parler radio comme vous n'en avez jamais entendu.
That's in French. That's for our French friends. We may have like one viewer in France, and for that one viewer, we of course go.
C'est Gabnet, la grande broadcast network ricain. Parler radio comme vous n'en avez jamais entendu.
Gee, I would like a croissant now. I'm feeling like a croissant. Do you know what they have at? I went down to Popeyes the other day for, their chicken. It's killer chicken, right? And the red beans and rice, which is killer red beans and rice. And what they're serving now are chocolate beignets. Do you know what beignets are? If you've ever been to New Orleans, it is a big treat down there. So I don't know. I've been doing the diet, and I don't want to. I don't want to go off the deep end and have a chocolate beignet, but I'm kind of want to do it. I kind of want to do it. But anyway, hey, it looks like there are a whole bunch of people that want to talk, so I better bring them in now. Okay, all right. Come on, there we go. They're slowly coming in. Okay, we got and we're waiting for on Charlie Wallace. Hello, Alan. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
And a good evening to Vernon Nunn, ladies and gentlemen. There's no one like none. There's none like none. I don't know, something. And Trucker Steve, and the dog's around, isn't he?
He's upstairs playing with his toys.
Yeah. What's his favorite toy?
He has one we got for Christmas, Lamb Chop. The cartoon character. Lamb Chop.
Oh, I see. Okay, because I thought maybe it was a lamb chop.
No.
Because they have those little toys for dogs that are like they look like a steak or something, and then they would bite them and they make a sound.
Yeah, squeaky song.
Yeah.
Well, this one looks like Lamb Chop the Lamb.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right. The Sherry Lewis.
Yeah.
Doll. Yeah.
I was thinking it was a squeezy Trump thing that you chew on.
No. Let's not talk about him. I'm tired of him.
It's nice to hear Will Durst's voice again.
Uh-huh.
Here in the Bay Area, he would always have a little bit of political funniness on the radio station every once in a while, and I hadn't heard of him in a while. It's good to see that he's okay.
Well, he's alive, and hopefully he will be more than alive.
It sounds like he's got his his brain is working, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's very
Especially
important.
after a stroke.
Yep, absolutely. And we've been joined by Tony, and we're being joined by Brian Neary. And here's Charlie with the latest death report.
3,618 of us left the world today.
It's going down.
How it's going?
dropping
Yeah,
a little bit.
it's going down.
Yeah.
That's like saying I have a touch of the cancer. But no, it's going down, but it's not enough. That's still how many again?
3,618.
Yeah,
We're up to 428,900 dead.
24,000.
No, 428,000.
428,000. Oh God. It's how depressing. Hello. Here's Tony. He's back from his grief sabbatical.
No black.
Huh?
No black. I'm doing better. I'm
Yeah.
doing, but thanks for the messages, Doc. It
Yeah,
means a
well,
lot.
I just, I care about you. Not that much, but I care about you.
I'll take what I can get.
Yeah, you can take what you can get. No, I was thinking about it today, and I think this is, I don't want to be a downer here, okay? But can I be?
Yeah, go
Of
ahead.
course.
Sure.
I think this is the end of the world as we know it. I really do. Between all that we heard today, like they're going to do a thing about climate change. Now, you can do all you want to, but all you can do is make statements about climate change. You can't actually bring about climate change unless you pull everything back and do what you got to do. And it's very nice to make all these statements about how we're going to do something about climate change. Well, I don't think you're going to be able to do enough about it fast enough to stop what's been happening. Look, we had COVID, we've had floods, we've had pestilence, we've had all these things that are the beginning of the end. I mean, in any science fiction movie, okay? I mean, do you think we're done for? Because now with the coronavirus, they say, well, that was coronavirus yesterday. The one
Yeah,
that's
it's true
coming,
now.
right?
Yeah,
Comes
we
out
know.
to your house and knocks on the door.
I'm ready to pick out my casket.
Yeah, pick out your casket.
There's one more space in my mother's grave. Here
I
I
feel
come,
like
Mom.
I'm playing dodgeball with a virus, with a bug.
I
Can't wait
I
to get
heard
the second dose.
Yeah.
I heard today that the death trend right now is 600,000 by the end of August.
Oh boy.
And that's only the ones that they know of. What about who died and there wasn't COVID?
There are
Which really was.
There probably is a certain percentage of those too. However, there's a certain percentage who died because they had COVID, but they had some kind of comorbidity that maybe was going to kill them anyway. So the question is, did they die of COVID or did they die of the comorbidity? Now they're using the term died of complications from COVID. That's the latest category. Yes, Charlie, he's the expert.
Well, I was gonna say it. To me, to say somebody has cancer, but this truck ran him over, so he really didn't die because the truck ran him over, is ridiculous.
He lost his battle with cancer. A Mack truck
mean,
hit him.
Well, they said that who was it recently died of complications from COVID? I think it was
the
Larry King.
Larry King and
His
well,
wife, I saw a story. It said his wife said he didn't die from that.
Really?
Really? What did he
Yeah.
say? What did he die from?
I didn't read the story, but I only saw the headline. It said it wasn't COVID.
Oh, it was
Something
probably
else.
being really, really old, I would imagine.
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah, he was 91
Who?
or whatever it was.
No, he was only 87.
he was.
He was he was
87?
only 6 years older than me, okay?
Oh my gosh.
What can he do?
And today we lost Cloris Leachman
Yeah.
at
My
what,
brother's
94 years old. She's only 12 years older than I am, or 13
Wow.
years older than I am.
He's not
12,
getting
12 more years is 12 more years is a good run, Alex.
Yeah.
You
Hope I last
I gotta
12
tell you,
years.
they're really, in most cases, they're really a shitty 12 years.
How do you know?
If I could live to be 100, and until I was 100, I was in pretty good shape, and I had my brains going. I could still do this, and I didn't hurt, and I didn't ache, and things like that. But God, when I reach 100, I'm just going to be this vegetable, So,
We'll still be here.
huh?
Yeah.
We'll still be here.
I know you will. That's what That's why I never haven't gotten a cat recently, because I know the cat will sit there looking at me saying, "I'll be here after you're gone. Go anytime you want to. Just leave some food. Leave some food."
Monday's chat was good. I learned that you and Shecky know less about Judaism than I do.
Oh yeah. Well, are you? Wait a
Which is
minute.
not much.
Wait a minute, Alan. Are you Jewish?
Huh?
Are you Jewish?
Of course I'm Jewish.
What do you mean? Of course you're Jewish.
I thought
We're
Phil
supposed to know
told
he's
me.
got to
What do
be.
you mean? Of course you're Jewish.
Yes, I am. I'm Jewish. I thought Phil told you. I thought he told me.
Well,
that he did.
John is a very Jewish name.
Tonight,
What is?
Marjorie wasn't going to sleep. She was just reading and not going to sleep. And I then looked at her and said, "Gay schluffen." And I had forgotten that term for maybe 40 years. And I just came up with it, boom, like that, gay schluffen, which means go to sleep in Yiddish.
And today's the National Holocaust Remembrance Day, right?
I remember,
Yes.
wait a minute, what was the Holocaust? Oh,
Putting
wait a
sugar
minute,
on
it's
the-
Remembrance Day, isn't it? Oh, yes, the Holocaust.
So just for information,
Yeah.
you were talking about how long somebody sits around after they're dead and they're embalmed.
I
In
didn't,
Judaism,
I
we
didn't
don't-
ask that.
No, you said it.
Oh, really?
But we don't embalm. We bury. Jews are buried really quick.
No, we don't. We embalm.
Yeah.
My father was embalmed. See, that's how little you know about Judaism. It's just that there's a 2-day window of burying a loved one, and part of the reason is that the faster you bury the person, the faster it is to get over the grief. And
But you
and
sit
and
around for
the
10
the Muslims go the Jews one better. You have to do it within 24 hours.
Oh, wow, that's quick.
Yeah, that is quick. They pretty
Let's get
well.
her out.
Is he dead?
I
Feel
wanna
the
do
pulse.
that.
Okay, he's dead. Throw him in the
I'm digging the
ground.
hole. Let's go.
That's why Osama bin Laden was buried at sea.
Yeah, they dumped him naked in the.
Yeah, yeah. How long? It was a short time between your mother's death and the funeral, I believe.
Yeah,
it was like 2 days.
She died she died on Monday morning, and we had to call the funeral parlor. Oh no, we laid her out Friday. Only one day though. They made us wait because he had to pick up the body and everything, and he had a funeral before.
Well, it's
that.
important that you pick up the body before you bury
Yeah.
it.
Can we just like? At first, we weren't going to have anything because of the pandemic.
Corners take
But then
hours.
we figured, you know what? We'll invite everybody and let them have their. If they want to see her, then they come. If not, we understood.
Yeah, and then they bring
I don't wanna
food.
do a super spreader.
You're what, Italian? What are you exactly?
I'm Italian, but we're more like.
That's
Americans.
like
I
a
don't
question
speak
mark. It's like Alan saying, "I'm a Jew."
it. Yeah.
I call it Jew light. L-I-T.
Jew
Light. Yeah.
Anyway, so but she and she died fairly shortly after contracting the COVID too. It was
Yeah,
not.
Alex. She was home, and her lungs they said were clear, and she was gone a week later. It was so fast. So it was almost like you couldn't really believe it. So like, boom, gone.
Well, maybe
I
they
couldn't
sent her
wake her
home
up
too
on
early.
Sunday.
Maybe
She
they
was
sent her home too early.
That's what I think. They said her lungs were clear, everything was good, and then I think so too. My sister feels bad, but we couldn't be in the hospital because I was positive. So they were saying she was all right to come home. I mean, I don't know.
Was it packed at the hospital? You go to the ER?
It was so. They had room though, but it seems like the way I always took it, they're like, we can't do anything else. She's probably more comfortable at home because she was getting delusional and stuff. They figure if she was home in her surroundings and her lungs were clear, she didn't even come home with oxygen.
Wow.
And then all of a sudden she took ill. You took her back to the hospital, and before you know it, she's gone.
Yeah, no, Alex, I woke up that Sunday morning. She was sleeping. I was going to get the paper.
Yeah.
And I walked by her room. So, you know what? Let me just see. And I went closer, and she was like, looks like she spit up. She was on her side. And I couldn't wake her up. I tried to pinch her. I tried to do everything. And I called my brother downstairs, and then we called the ambulance. She never got up again. So last time I talked to her was Saturday night.
Yeah, too bad you're not married, because then you could, after your mother died, go home and say to your wife, "I have something to tell you. What? I've been fired."
Yeah, that's true. Now I can. Now we want to redo the room. What do I do to keep this wallpaper up?
No, you got to keep. If you're going to do it, you get rid of all that wallpaper, except for right behind you, so we can keep making fun of it.
I mean, she's probably laughing about this because she used to joke when I used to joke about the wallpaper's horrible. I know, but I like it. It's terrible, man. It's like 1970 back then.
So your mother was what, 80?
Yeah, she would have been 81 March 4th.
Wow.
Yeah. It was bittersweet when I got the vaccine, and I was happy seeing everybody in there in the school, and I'm like, we were helping some of the old people get in. I was like, Mom could have been here with me. I was sad, but then I said, maybe it's just fate. My sister felt really bad.
Listen, there are a lot of people. There are a lot of people in this country right now facing exactly what you faced, and are just swearing at whatever. Why
Yeah.
couldn't the person have
Why
lasted
didn't-
long
Yeah, I was
enough?
asking you that too. Yeah.
You know, for the vaccine. You know, so I mean, you know, and who knows if this vaccine's going to work in the end? I mean, it may be good for a month and a half after you get the second shot. They don't know.
I know they don't know.
Yeah.
And now we got the new
Well-
strain coming. We think it'll cover it. We're not sure. We may need a booster shot.
Be
I'm
happy
worried.
they know. Be happy they know as much as they know so quick. Even with
Absolutely.
testing, they were praising the PCR testing that people got that turned around so quick because you know it takes forever to get anything.
So Moderna has had the vaccine in people over 9 months, and those people are still, they're testing them constantly, and Pfizer, but Moderna has had it the longest, I think. And those people still can't get COVID according to at least what they know.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, but
I have something
need to have
interesting to say, Alex.
What?
What's that, Brian?
Oh, I was gonna say they need to have people that have COVID and cough on them, and then see if they have COVID.
Yeah.
after
Right.
that.
Right.
Listen to this, Alex.
Yeah.
My sister's friend Tim. He's a retired police officer,
Yeah.
detective. His wife Donna is a nurse in the city.
Mhm.
Tim just messaged me. He tested positive for COVID. Now Donna already has the vaccine, 2 shots. She got tested now on the way home from work just to make sure. So I'm going to let you know. I says, Donna, you think you'll be covered? She says, I know I don't have it, but now we'll know because he's in the house with her. And she's had the vaccine now for 2 weeks, the second dose. And he just tested positive today.
Oh, second dose. Wow.
Yeah. So she's had it.
He hasn't tested positive.
Well, she just took the test leaving work again, and he's already tested positive.
But he
today.
didn't
So
get the vaccine.
He didn't get the vaccine yet, but she did 2 weeks ago. She got the second dose.
Well, 2
That'd be a
weeks
good
ago, she had
test.
the second dose, so she was in the first wave. Was she a medical person or something?
Yeah, she's a nurse practitioner.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. All right. All right. Well, and is she positive?
Well, she just told me, Tony, she says, I took the test again because says, Donna, this is a good test for the vaccine. She called me, she says, I'm fairly confident. I know I don't have it.
Well,
but
here's
I'm gonna
what
take the test
here's
anyway.
what's interesting. Marjorie, you know, goes in for a little procedures every now and then for her back, and they have to go in. They put her out so they can put some juice in her back to kill the pain and whatever. And they've been making her go and get COVID tests every time before they put her out. Okay. And so it's always a pain in the ass, but it takes only 15 minutes. She goes down the street, gets the COVID test. By the time she gets to the doctor, they've called him and said she's okay. All right. Doctors yesterday said when you get your second shot, you don't need to get the COVID test.
Oh, nice. So she's clear then.
So that I think, you know, like I have a little CDC card and they fill it out for the second dose. Maybe you get to carry that around and you can
I was
show
going
it
to
to
ask you that,
people
Alex.
and
You think they're
say,
going to give us a medical card?
huh?
That's what I was scared. You think they'll give us a medical card for our wallet that we had it?
They get a sticker. You get I vaccinated sticker. Like the I voted.
Yeah,
Or
but
they put a tattoo on your chest.
They should put a tattoo on your chest. Yeah.
Tony, when you got
Bernie's,
your,
I
Bernie's
got my
made
card
us a
inside,
visit.
yeah.
I was going to say, when you get your shot, the CDC printed up things and it should show what vaccine you got, the date, the lot number, all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, I got it on top of the sink.
I got mine too. Take a picture of it in case you lose it.
My woman wrote something wrong down there and crossed it out and wrote something else in. I can't even read it. But,
Oh,
you know,
no.
anyway, I've got the card. I've got it in my wallet, so I don't
I
forget.
think it says horse urine on yours,
Yeah.
Alex.
But by the way, Ray Bernardi's brought a very special guest tonight.
Yeah, he's a good friend of mine.
Bernie.
It was Bernie. I thought it was my mom.
Why does
No,
everybody?
I'm not doing your mom anymore.
Why
It's
does
not-
everybody find that so funny? It was cold.
I don't know.
He does look funny.
Crazy.
If I were there, I would have done the same thing. The only thing is that he was there wearing those gloves, but he has no cap on, wool cap or something.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what makes it funny.
Yeah, that's probably what makes it so funny. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like only half dressed.
And how do we know that's Bernie? He's got a mask on. You can't tell it's Bernie.
I mean, I don't know. You know, I went to the doctor today, and I've always wanted to ask the doctor this question. So I said, Doc, I got a question that I've always wanted to ask and never remember. So what's that? And I said, what's the difference between an oral thermometer and rectal?
Oh God, here we go.
And he says the taste.
Oh. Yeah, we get the digits.
That's awesome.
I have a feeling he didn't go to his doctor, and the doctor
No.
never said anything of the sort.
It's a Rodney Dangerfield joke. I was watching him last night. Sorry. This is a hard crowd.
Who gets the only people that get rectal thermometers really are babies.
You're an expert.
Yeah.
Because you can't stick. Well, I don't know. Never had any kids, but I know that you can't stick it in their mouth because they'll keep spitting it out or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
and
early on it was mercury, and they didn't want the kid to bite into the glass.
Oh, that's a good reason.
Mercury.
Yeah.
I bought you a joke rectal thermometer, Alex.
Yes.
Alan.
I don't know.
And it never got there.
No, it did.
Oh, you did get it?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what happened to it.
Oh, okay. It was really late then. Okay.
It was. What did it say on it? What was the gag on it?
I don't know. It was only like $3, so I bought it.
Oh,
I don't
good.
remember.
Good. Why don't you buy me something expensive? Sometime?
Well, I don't know. All right, I'll get you
$10
Get you a real
shipping.
one.
Hey, anybody wants to send me a gift? It's got to be at least $10. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Otherwise, don't send it to me.
Shipping's $10.
I think it was 7. 10 was shipping.
Yeah. So anyway, so Tony, so you're doing. You look like you're doing okay. You know.
Pretty good, actually. You know, I took your advice. You know what? I'm not going to beat myself up over it. You miss it, but it's just fate, I guess. Like I told my sister.
You did everything you could for her. You were so caring, in spite of the fact you were getting paid for it. You were caring nonetheless.
Damn it! Why couldn't she live a few more years? I'm joking. I'm joking.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, what was hard though is that I'll always remember is I got to say goodbye in the emergency room, but when they took her upstairs, they did that video, and they were doing it by phone. My sister blew it. I mean, she got mad. She blew her top. They let her back in. I never went back in because I said goodbye earlier. And it was kind of like I felt bad for all these people in April now. They had to say goodbye through video. Yeah. They died by themselves. I'm glad my mother never woke up again. Because if she would have woke up by herself, that would have been horrible.
Yeah.
Especially after you thought she was dead.
Yeah, and if she would have woke up and I would have had to go up there. There was no way I would have let her go by herself.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But
they would have had to arrest me.
I had a friend that died at the end of May and out of town at work, somewhere Mississippi or something like that. No friends, no family, no nobody.
I was glad she never woke up again. That's the one comforting thing.
Yep.
Man.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Is
Trump still alive, Alex? Because I'm wishing death on him. He got my mother.
Well, you know,
Son of a bitch, I can't tell you.
I don't wish death on him, and I'll
I
tell
know,
you
you're
why.
right.
Tell
I
you
shouldn't
why.
do that.
Tell you why.
Torture,
I want
maybe.
him to live, to be sued, to lose every penny he's got, trying to defend himself. Having all his bank loans being pulled in. Things like that. Stuff that really will make him squirm.
Where he can't go into
I mean, what
places
does Trump do when he's down to his last penny?
He's not going to ask Rudy for a loan, I'll tell you that.
Well, Rudy can't afford it. He's got to give $1 billion to Dominion.
I know. You're right. I'm living and twisting in the wind.
Yeah, I mean, I want to see the guy alive and suffering, because right now death would be a way out.
We could use him as a test subject, inject him with live COVID.
No, try bleach. Give him.
Yeah, there you go. Bleach. Sounds good.
I'm not a doctor, but I'm smart. I'm smart. Do you think we can think we can inject black light into the human body?
I think we should stick it up his butt.
But we're going back to that whole Trump thing. See, this is the reason I don't want an impeachment, is because, and I know he deserves it. Okay, but I don't want it because we're going to be talking about him and we're going to be paying attention to him, and I don't want us to.
Well, let's talk about Marjorie Taylor Greene then.
There's nothing else to talk about.
Let's talk about Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Marjorie
This is a congresswoman from Georgia, is a QAnon supporter and got elected to Congress, even though Kevin McCarthy and Steve Scalise didn't back her. They backed her opponent in the primary, but she got elected. Yeah. But she's had all these face posts in 2017, 18, and 19 about, assassinating Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
So,
she should be booted out of Congress.
Yeah, and that other one, the Bobert, Lauren Boebert,
Lauren Boebert, yeah.
Lauren Boebert. She wants to tote a gun into Congress, and she's a nutcase. She hangs out with militias, and
she was on a TV show, and people were saying that she had a group of people in there on January the 5th and was scouting out the Capitol before the insurrection.
Well,
you know what she said?
It was her
She
family.
said, "This was my first term in Congress, and those were family and friends that I was showing around."
Right, right.
Sure. Yeah. Right.
Well, they're militia family. I mean, but she's a work of art because she has she actually owns a what do you call it? We're not a restaurant exactly, but a diner, kind of thing, cafe, and it's called Shooters, and all the waiters and waitresses wear a gun, a sidearm.
Wow.
Yeah. Real work of art. I want to know who votes for these people. I mean, they knew about Boebert and they knew about this woman and her craziness. I mean, I've been watching a documentary that Vice is doing on QAnon, and they're nuts. I mean, they're just bonkers. I mean, they believe in stuff that even the most, even Phil doesn't believe in it. Okay, is that enough for all of you?
He believes in all
You'd be surprised what Phil believes in.
But Phil doesn't. I'm sure Phil doesn't believe that Democrats eat babies.
Oh my God.
Okay, this is one of the things they believe.
Well, the babies have some stuff in their blood that they inject, kind of like disinfectant. It's
Well, the thing is,
it's called stem cells.
I was telling him last night. I said, as a Democrat, there's nothing better than baby. Yeah. It's like Phil. It's like Phil.
Yeah.
And the younger, the better. If they get over a certain age, they get tough.
Baby scallopini.
Yeah. They're really yummy with breading.
Baby scallopini.
So I was thinking,
great.
just for the fun of it, I'd come out with a QAnon baby cookbook, and just have all these recipes for cooking baby, and see if I could sell it on like Amazon or something like that.
Oh, you should do that.
Yeah, I should do.
Probably.
That. And then I'd have QAnon out here trying to kill me. I mean, these people are nuts. There have actually been people who've been died by killed by QAnon people.
Oh, they are nuts.
They're nuts. But I just don't know where. How do you get to this point? I mean, I know there's I'll give a certain relevancy to being crazy, but this is more than crazy. This is batshit.
Social media.
Yeah.
The thing that gets me, it's a lot of it's like, people over 50. It's not like
no. These are young people. These are young people too.
Oh yeah, it's everybody. Yeah.
And you can go to this site. It's called. Here I have it right here. Let me bring it up in my.
It's so hard to find too. It's so hard to find.
Well, here's the place where you can find the stuff.
Okay.
I will show it on my screen, and it is called. Oops. Every time I do that, it makes the picture blink for a second, folks. So please don't hate me for it. This is it. This is 8kun, 8kun. There was a thing called 8chan. First it was 6chan, and then it was 8chan, and then they closed that down because they kept getting closed down. Now it's 8kun, and it's kind of like a message board, and it looks quite innocent. But supposedly, if you start going through some of this stuff, you've got some of these crazy ideas. Okay, here's something called Freedom Zine. What does that mean? Let me see here. There we go. And let's see here. It's fun to pretend to be FBI on 8kun. Let me see here. I'm trying to see if I can find anything. But anyway, if you go to 8kun.top, not .com or .top, you get this batshit thing. Okay, so I'm just
Yeah, Vernon's exactly right. What they were talking about before is, you have these crazy people, you have that crazy person in your town, and these crazy people have these crazy thoughts and crazy stuff. And then when they get on social media, they meet somebody else who has that crazy idea. And then they start talking, and it just grows and grows and grows until they start these.
Becomes an echo chamber.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Malwarebytes blocked me from going on to 8kun. I have to overwrite it.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah. It says it's browser guard blocked this page because it uses a suspicious top-level domain.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
There's going to be a knock at your house.
Change your VPN to some other country.
But you know,
I can do it. I just don't.
You know what's mind-boggling over the whole thing now? 4 years ago, right, when he took office, look how divided and the country's off its rails.
Well, listen, I want you, if you have a chance, go over to Frontline on PBS, if you have the app for PBS or whatever, and look at the latest thing, which is it's called the Trump, what's it called? Trump's American Carnage. That's it. And what it does is it starts at the beginning of his term and works its way to the end of his term and shows all the different ways in which he created this environment that brought about the taking of the Capitol. All his violent speeches in which he says, we used to do with guys like that. We would take it, we'd beat them up or whatever, that kind of stuff. And
I'll pay your legal bills.
I'll pay your legal bills if you beat him up.
Yeah.
And they started showing you all these things in which he was creating this atmosphere of violence. And it's a pretty damn good documentary. I won't say it's unbiased because there's not one moment in there that they try to excuse something he did. So if you get a chance to watch that, be sure to watch that. So anyway, we got, let's see, two guys from California. Vernon, you're where again? You're in Ohio. Is it Ohio?
Kentucky.
Kentucky.
It's McConnell country.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my
McConnell
gosh.
country. Well, there's
Rand Paul, too.
Rand.
I claim Rand Paul as well.
Man, you guys hit a home run on that one.
Oh, my God.
I know. Rand Paul's up in 2022, so.
Yeah, but I mean, Rand Paul is just...
I can't stand that person.
Yeah.
Who can? I think they actually wake up in the morning and say, how can I piss people off?
Let's take away their health insurance.
Well, it's amazing though. It's amazing though how what's his name? Your other senator, Mitch McConnell, has kind of like changes his stripes every other day. Now.
Yeah, but you know what he did the other day about the filibuster?
Mm-hmm.
If you read the fine print, the reason he gave up on that is because Manchin and Sienna, both Democrats, said that they were not in favor of getting rid of the filibuster. So he said, "Well, okay, well, I'll give it up."
Yeah. I mean, the Republicans are living in the la-la land if they think they can prevent this Biden from getting all this stuff passed. We've got the votes,
except for the filibuster in the Senate.
But what happens? They filibuster for a while, and then you take a vote, and you lose anyway, right?
No, the filibuster is to allow you to bring something to the floor. If you filibuster, then that means, and it used to be that you had to stand up there like Jimmy Stewart, and you had to read constantly.
That's what I thought.
Now all you got to do is raise your hand, and say, "I filibuster." Everybody says, "Oh, okay."
They should have to talk up there till they fall over from being tired and hungry and have to take a pee.
Nobody does that anymore.
I remember that when I was a kid. They'd be there for hours.
Yeah. Were they allowed to take a pee break during a filibuster?
I don't know.
Because some of those old guys have got bad prostate problems, as you know.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Depends.
By the way, you might all be happy to hear that I've started taking this Tamulocin that the doctor gave me about a year ago, and I never used it. And now I'm peeing like a racehorse. I just want you to know that.
Is that a good thing?
Thanks.
Or
We were worried.
Yeah.
is that good or bad?
Oh, it's just I'm peeing like a racehorse. I don't know how racehorses pee exactly, but
They lift their left leg. Usually.
But Vernon knows what I'm talking about. For the first
Does it
couple
let
of,
you sleep
for the
through the
first,
night?
you had some urinary problems in the beginning, didn't you? After the radioactivity, the radiation.
It changed a little bit, but I still get up in the middle of the night and go pee.
I don't get up in the middle of the night anymore.
I think everybody does.
But I think it's because I'm still drinking water and stuff like that. They say if you stop taking in fluids after 7 o'clock, then that'll probably fix that.
I drink coffee, here, and then I go to sleep.
I got my bottle of water here, so
But the seeds did a lot to kind of.
Oh, I asked my doctor about what you had done.
Mm-hmm.
He said they haven't done that for 15 years.
Oh, yes, they have. They do it all the time.
The seeds?
Mm-hmm.
Because when I told you about the radiation treatment that I had, he said, yeah, that's what most of them are doing nowadays.
I had the radiation
that seeds old technology.
It's not that old.
That's what he said. That's what my doctor said.
Well, that's fine. Probably because he doesn't know how to do it.
No, he's not a urologist. This is my GP.
Oh, they still do it. Yeah. It's common. It's common to get the radiation and this, which is what I had, to just completely wipe the thing out. The radiation alone, might not do it, but this did. Yes, Alan.
Different subject. Last night you sent a text.
Wait, what's more important than me peeing like a racehorse?
There you go. You sent a message to Robert. Have you heard from him?
Oh yeah, I heard from him, but he didn't say why he hasn't called.
Oh.
He just said
about that too.
He just
Where's
said
our sergeant
he
at
said
arms?
you didn't post your shows last night.
I don't know. I think he misses Phil.
Well, he'll hear that because
I miss Phil too. I'd like to ask Phil one question. Name one thing that Trump did in 4 years that benefited the public as a whole.
All right. Well, he might be watching this.
One thing.
Look, you don't ask him a question like that because you are going to get an answer, and it's going to just bother you. So you just don't ask him a question like that, so it doesn't bother you. The other day when he came on this program, we didn't talk politics at all because I knew it would bother me, and we'd get into an argument, and then we'd start fighting. We got through the half hour having a very nice conversation about stuff,
I thought,
and he's pleasant in that respect. But at the end I said something about Trump, and then I said, don't reply to it. Don't reply to it. But anyway,
what would you like to? I can text him, Vernon, or actually I'm going to see him tomorrow afternoon.
Who?
Phil.
Okay, well, ask him that question. Say that he was asked that question by Vernon.
Ask the question again so I can write.
I heard that, Charlie.
The question was,
in 4 years of Trump presidency, name one thing that he did that benefits society as a whole.
Oh, he probably could name 20, but I'll ask him.
No, I mean, really, not bullshit stuff like, well, we got all these judges, we got the tax cut, we got the lowest unemployment rate, blah, blah, blah. All of that's not stuff that Trump did.
Do you want his answer, or do you want an answer that's okay with you? That's the trouble.
No, I want to hear what he honestly thinks.
Well,
he could say he cured cancer. Doesn't mean it's true.
And we'd all cry bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, he cured COVID. There's no question about that. It's just we laughed him out of town by saying bleach, but we don't know that he wasn't right because none of us are willing to swallow the bleach.
Imagine they said bleach.
Huh?
Inject it.
Inject it?
Inject is what he said.
Oh, good. I'm looking forward to that one. Boy. So
we were talking about thermometers a while ago. You've seen those ones that you just touch the forehead with it?
Yeah, I have one.
Well, I just got a new one because the one I had broke, and I got a new one at Walgreens. And if you read the instructions, you're supposed to touch your temple with it. And it makes a 1 degree difference. If you touch your temple, it's warmer than if you touch the center of your forehead.
My problem is I don't have a synagogue near me. Wait a minute. Okay, so here is my
Touch
Here.
the temple.
Oh,
Temple.
99.9. Why? What is
There's
that?
900 synagogues in New York, and you don't know?
Try to measure the temple area.
Wait a minute.
Alex.
99.7?
Yeah, now I know why I wear a
Do the
hat.
temple. Yeah.
I don't
That's
know
because
why.
of all your bright lights there, Alex.
Yeah,
you got
you
all
have-
those
can you turn your
floodlights on
lights
you like
off?
the TV.
No.
Alex, can you turn your lights off?
These are LEDs.
In a big
So
glare.
they don't
That's
have
right
any.
off the top of your head.
Hold on a second. Oh.
So Vernon, they now make the type. I think Alex has got one that you actually just
You
point it. You don't
Stay within a
actually
half inch. Yeah, you get it
Nine-
within
no
a half inch
contact.
of your head.
Okay, there you go.
98.1. Let's try it again.
I haven't tried them, but every time I go to the doctor or anywhere, they laser you.
Those are a lot faster too.
Every day at work.
Yep.
But
Do
they
they?
don't test us.
97.9. Okay, so that's
we have-
that's the
yeah,
thermometer, and then this one went 99.7 or something. 99.5. What is that?
Try the side of your head.
98.4.
Try the other side.
You know what? 98.3. But
Try
you
your
know what the
chin.
thing?
Wait a minute.
Try your nose.
You know what I think the front is? It's because I had this hat on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it, either that or I've got COVID. One or the other. But the
I
thermometer.
wonder if you could use that as an anal thermometer.
This could be because I'm going to
make
keep
it
my head
good.
off for a while, and I turned on the fan. Could be because of the cap. I find when I have the cap on, my temperature goes up there. That's why this is not accurate, because if it can be affected by a cap, whereas the oral thermometer is not affected by a cap. So let's see here. There we go. 98.4. See? I'm cooling down. 98.6. 98.7. What?
We can do this every night and it'll take like 15
98.6.
minutes off of the show.
You're getting warmer.
Yeah.
You're getting warmer.
Yeah.
98.5.
We do Dr. Death, and then we'll do
98.3.
Alex.
Everybody
10
take their
minutes.
temperature.
Take
Okay,
your
well,
temperatures.
that went down. I think it was the fact that I had the cap on for some reason. That always seems to do it lately. I don't know why, but anyway. So I'll wear it like this, right? Yeah.
This is why I wear a hat. Keep me warm.
Yeah, but I mean it has to do with let's see here. There we go.
Well, and
99.
you're follically challenged.
98.4. See, it's going all over the place. So, but if I go here, you say, really, that's the best place, 98.3. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. I
So
guess-
now we know. For
I mean, I don't.
$13 at Walgreens.
I don't think
Okay,
I
that-
don't.
and that's the show. Good night, everybody.
Yeah, right. We're going to start a whole new channel here. Alex takes his temperature all day long.
So here's Vernon's.
Where are you, Vernon? Hey,
Yeah, you can't see it because it's white
Can't
numbers, but it's 98.6.
That was an
98.6.
anal check?
That was on my forehead.
Oh, okay.
This is the one that you don't touch. You actually just get it within a half inch of your head.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. No, this one you don't touch either.
I hate where you're trying to do the anal one and it drops in the toilet.
Let me
Hey,
see.
Brian,
Let's see how the tongue is.
does somebody check
96.3.
Does somebody check your temperature when
We'll
you
try an
go,
oral thermometer.
or do you have an automatic system?
Oh, we were doing, yeah, we have an automatic system now. At the beginning, we had somebody checking, but now we have an automated system.
The automated system's the way to go.
But
98.4.
actually, let me take that back. Now,
Doesn't check the
the
tongue.
spike, they put the security guards back at the key hubs, and they have a person there, and then we have to answer 2 questions. Have you been around anybody with COVID in the last blah blah 3 days? And then the other one is, have you had a temperature or something like that? I just say no and no, and I have to bend down because I'm so tall. All these
Right.
people are short.
Every day when I go to work at Home Depot, they have the same questionnaire you got to fill out too. It's online, so it's real quick.
You know,
Oh, really?
what I
Yeah.
don't get is why they're using these digital thermometers, because I do find that, when I use the oral thermometer, I get a completely different reading. And when I have a hat on for a couple hours here, sitting here, I have a raisin temperature. If I then go into the other room, sit around for a little bit, it goes down. If I go outside where it's 32 degrees, I don't know that my skin temperature is going to be 99. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know why this has become preferable. It's probably
it's quick.
Because it's quick. It's quick
Yeah,
and
they're
easy.
looking for a quick roast check.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
it's just a
they-
quick roast check.
They don't worry about us at Home Depot unless you have 100.4.
Yeah.
In other words, anything like if it's 99, you wouldn't be worried.
You work
about
at
it.
Home Depot?
Yeah, I work part-time.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
But they ask you on the question there, they ask you to take your temperature, and if it's 100.4 or higher, don't come to work.
Oh, okay. Well, mine's...
So if my Home Depot stock goes down, I'll know who to blame.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second.
They've been doing really well.
Oh, gee, look at that. Look at that high. Look at that.
Hi.
Yeah. Well, I
Oh, yeah. It's,
Well, I actually had to go over to my computer, and I put it in front of the computer, and it registered the computer's thing. Here we go. 98.1. There we go. We're going down.
I wonder if that thing's waterproof.
Hmm?
I wonder if it's waterproof.
What do you mean waterproof? Why?
But yeah, when next time you sit on the toilet, you can take an anal reading.
You don't take an anal reading with it. It does it on your skin.
Oh, I get it.
I just tried this on my tongue and it wouldn't read.
What did I find out
Really?
tonight? I found out
Yeah.
that I'm taking my temperature from the wrong place. Okay, and that the seeds that I had implanted at a cost of what was it, $60,000 don't work. It's last year's technology.
There's nothing growing. There's nothing.
96.9.
No. If you go online and ask about the seeds, they're still there and they still do them, and you know. But
I've heard people that have
a lot
had
of places, you know why a lot of places don't do the seeds, the prostate seeds, is because it is a complicated thing, and there are very few people in this country who truly, honestly know how to do it, and my doctor is one of them.
Did they do it while you were conscious, or did they knock you out?
They couldn't knock me out because they were worried at my age putting me out. So they gave me a what do you call it? A spinal.
Epidural.
No, it was spinal.
Epidural.
And no,
Right,
it wasn't an epidural. It was like I really did something with the spine. And of course
That's what an
That's
epidural
what
is.
an
nerve-
epidural
it's a
is.
nerve.
Yeah, I
block.
found out
Yeah,
what it
it's a
was like to
block.
be Patrick. Like I completely, the bottom half of my body didn't work anymore. And, but there are very few doctors in this. Most doctors don't like to do it because it's too hard to do. It's too difficult to do. You have to. This guy's done over 4,000 of them, and one of them was Rudy Giuliani's.
And look how he turned out.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, the good news is I had my physical this month and my PSA is 0.42.
Oh well, you see.
Oh, Lord in mine.
0.42. You ready for this? I had two of them, about a month apart. One of them was, my current one is 0.02. Okay, and the other one was 0.00. Okay, so screw your doctor saying that seeds don't work.
No, he just said it's old technology. He didn't say they didn't work.
Yeah, well, it is. It's been around a while,
It sounds like it's working.
But in the beginning, they didn't work that well. What they do, folks, in case you don't know what we're talking about, is they plant these seeds in your prostate that are radioactive. And they stay radioactive for about 3 months, and they kill the cancer. Initially, for many years, it was considered not to be terribly accurate or good. And then they started developing new ways of doing it. And so, this doctor knows what he's doing, and he's done,
Gold.
as I say, 4,000 of them.
Gold?
Huh?
Right, golds? Weren't they gold seeds or gold coated or something?
I don't know what they are. No, they're some, I forget what kind of radiation they are. It's, but.
I think he was talking about the material they're made out of, gold.
Yeah, I don't think they're made out of gold. I don't think so. If they are, I'm melting my prostate down.
Well, they might use gold because it's inert, and it doesn't react to a lot of things.
Yeah, well,
So,
these are radio.
silver-
I can't remember what they told me. They told me what radiation, a radioactive component it is, but I can't remember. But now let's hear from Jeff, because we haven't heard almost a word out of Jeff all
I know.
night.
I've hardly.
Oh, he's in a new room today too. This is
Yeah.
great.
Yeah,
know, that
no
was
fishes
because
on the wall.
I like your
my wife
painting there,
was
Jeff.
over here.
What'd you say?
My wife was over here,
Mm-hmm.
and she was making a lot of noise.
Really? Oh, okay. And so that's why you didn't participate much.
Right. I kind of turned the sound off.
And
Yeah, the
Trucker
burrito
Steve's been
earlier
a little
today or
quiet tonight. How you doing, Trucker Steve?
Okay.
Okay, I'll take that as a yes.
Sitting in my man cave.
How's your leg or your knee?
Your knee.
The swelling's gone down a bit. I'm still limping a little bit, but it feels a lot better.
Don't you love the show?
Good.
Everybody's got an ailment. It's wonderful.
Except
Oh,
Brian.
yeah.
He's the tester.
also got-
Brian
I
tests
also
all
got-
the
yeah,
year.
Brian doesn't have an ailment, do you, Brian?
I have my high blood pressure runs in my family, so I take a little something for that. That's all.
Okay, so that's
I got that too. I take Ramapro.
I had an ear infection this week.
Oh, okay.
It sucked. I was so dizzy.
Ray, what are you doing? What are you doing right now for work?
Nothing.
Are you doing acting?
Yeah, I've been like doing stuff on Zoom. I directed some stuff on Zoom. I've been doing some like graphic stuff for people.
What did he do before COVID? Nothing. He's an actor.
Yeah, most of the time I was doing nothing anyway. So what's the difference?
He was doing Uber for a
I
while.
want to see you, and I
Oh,
can't
I've been
see
driving kids around.
Yeah.
Yeah. For these two companies, little kids.
Oh,
Little kids? Okay.
Yeah. On
Yeah.
Zoom and Hop Skip Drive. It's like Uber for kids.
That's got to be annoying.
Oh, really?
That's got to be
No,
annoying.
they don't. They don't. They're totally silent. They're scared to death. You know, it's like,
Oh,
yeah, it's like their parents tell them not to talk to strangers, and then here's this, guy driving them around.
That's funny.
One of them actually told me that yesterday for the first time. The first kid who ever talked. He's like, "Why do they tell us not to talk to strangers, and then and they have a stranger pick us up?" That's what he said.
Poor kid.
Is it rich Palo Alto people or what?
All over the Bay Area, but it's mostly like special needs kids who go to like schools that
The special
the
need
county
is
pays
the-
for, and
the
then they
sp-
pay for the
yeah.
transportation.
The special
too.
need is that they want to hang around an actor.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
They don't even know. Yeah. I'm not,
You're supposed to. Have you ever seen the movie Airplane, where I forget who the pilot was, where the little kid comes up and he says, "Have you ever seen men in a locker room?" or something?"
No. He says, "Do you like gladiator films?"
That's right.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
That's
Oh my God.
funny.
Did you hear Cloris Leachman passed away today?
Yeah, I mentioned that earlier. Yeah.
She was great. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My favorite line from Airplane, though, is, Shirley, you must be joking. He
Shirley,
says,
don't
no,
call
I'm
me
not
Shirley.
joking, and don't call me Shirley.
I love that.
Right.
He was that guy. What was his name?
Leslie Nielsen.
Oh my God! Because the thing with him is, you didn't think he would be funny the way he looked, and he's just hilarious. He looks like such a upstanding.
Well,
serious-
he
well,
didn't
he
do
did dramas for
he
decades.
didn't do comedies until that, and then
Oh,
he
okay.
did that,
The
and
Naked
it worked so
Gun,
well.
that was
Everybody hired him to do comedies.
He's so funny.
You know.
The
He was very
Naked
funny.
Gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't they get him confused with another actor look like him also? They'd always make jokes about that.
Does anybody remember the TV show though that it came from, that was based on? It was called
No.
Police Squad. It lasted
Oh,
about
yeah,
13
right.
Well,
weeks.
yeah, right.
It was a very funny show, and it was then the same people did
Three Jews.
did the police. What were the police?
Abrams, Zucker, and Abrams.
Yeah, well, no, an Airplane was taken from a movie actually that had been done a few years earlier.
Airport.
No,
Airport.
not Airport.
Yeah, it was a
no,
spoof
no, it was
Airport.
called something Skies. I can't remember now. But no, what I'm talking about is the police thing they did. What was it called? The
Police
Naked
Academy?
Gun. Naked Gun.
Police Squad, and then
It was
then
based
the
on
Naked
Police
Gun-
Squad. Yeah.
The Naked Gun was done after Police
Yeah,
Squad.
they
by the same three Jewish guys.
yeah, and it was basically the same main characters, So anyway,
Yep.
Yeah, Police Squad. Though.
Yeah, let's stop this. It's getting to sound like the Jack Bishop show.
Oh,
How about Kelly on Conway? Kelly and Conway in jail yet?
She got in trouble.
Yeah.
For posting the nudes.
Are
of her
those
daughter.
No pictures yet?
Her 16-year-old daughter, shirtless.
No pictures yet?
Is
Well,
anybody?
they got taken down, but some people
Someone has
captured
them.
screens. Yeah,
Well, did she have a nice rack? I mean, I want to know.
I haven't
I
seen
gotta
it.
scour the internets.
But see what happened was, to try to control her daughter's social media. Every once in a while, she'd get her daughter's phone, and she'd go through her daughter's phone, and she found apparently a photo on her daughter's phone where she had taken a picture of herself shirtless, and so Kellyanne took a picture of that picture, and somehow it got on Twitter.
Somehow.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Well, you can make those mistakes. I mean,
She claims her phone was hacked.
I mean, I'm sure there are people who, for instance, send a message to somebody that they don't want anybody else to see, and somehow it goes out to their entire contact list.
Oh yeah.
You know that those things happen.
But in the case of her, it would be called child endangerment.
But if she didn't do it on purpose, okay.
I didn't mean to shoot the guy at the gas station on purpose.
No, but I mean,
Feel free.
she took she had a right to go into her daughter's phone. Okay, she's still the parent. She has a right to do that. And if she took a picture of what was on there, she probably wanted to confront her with it later. And if somehow it wound up on Twitter.
First Amendment rights.
No, it's not. It has nothing to do with First Amendment. I still want to know: does she have a nice rack? That's all I want to know.
I will never.
Otherwise,
have
it's a non-use. What'd you say, Charlie?
I found him.
I will never have a naked picture of either of my daughters.
Don't put them up or
Never.
anything. Don't show them to us.
What about it? What about yourself?
No, don't show them to us.
I got plenty of naked pictures of myself.
I found the pictures.
Okay, well, don't put them up.
No, I won't.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
Well,
send everybody the link, Ray.
Okay.
does she have a nice rack? Is the question.
All right. Let's see. It's
I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
Oh my God.
How do you know that? How do you know that it's the pictures, or not somebody who's just putting stuff up and then getting people to go to them, and now your entire computer
They're dressed like an umpire.
is infected with the worst virus since Corona.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know anything.
I have 3 granddaughters. So
Yeah.
4 granddaughters.
You have 3 granddaughters? Yeah.
I have 4 granddaughters.
4 granddaughters.
And they're all teenagers.
Oh, really?
Oh boy.
Oh, okay.
My answer is, I don't know what you're talking about.
No matter what it is. Yeah.
Well,
What's a Twitter?
That's
she had some nice Twitters.
I thought they were TikToks.
It could be TikToks. If she took it with didn't she put it up on TikTok? Didn't it go up on TikTok or something?
No, she's a big TikToker influencer, I guess.
Oh, is she really?
She just trashes her mother constantly on there.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a big liberal.
I've decided to be an influencer, and so far I have one account, Metamucil. So it's working out okay for me. Hey, Alan, thank you for being with us tonight. Same to you, Vernon. Always good to have you here. Trucker Steve, glad to hear that your gout is getting progressively better. Charlie, his toes haven't grown back yet.
No.
But
that's cold.
Huh? What do you mean it's cold?
Charlie Four Toes.
That's right.
That's a good name.
From last night, Charlie Four Toes.
That's a great name.
Say about this.
It's Charlie Four
You'd be
Toes.
afraid you're going to get only 4 toes, but
Hey,
Charlie
good
Four
to see
Toes
you
on it.
again, Tony. Keep calling now. It's good therapy, okay? Yes, Brian, thank you. Thank you, Jeff, and thank you to Ray Renati. Everybody, give a big wave goodbye, and I'll give you a big wave goodbye in return. There they go, folks. That's the citizen panel for tonight. And Jack Bishop is next with the intersection. He'll be using Skype for you to call at Gabnet Live is the thing you put into Skype to get to him. I'll see you again tomorrow night. Same time, same station in life. In the meantime, if you see her, tell her I love her. And by the way, Be safe out there. Wear a mask. Oh, and gay schluffen. Yeah, it's a Yiddish term. See you later.